and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Wrong Side Simulations, bringing the best content to the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. And as always, my name is Blake, and I am a real-world flight dispatcher, and to bring you a little more context to your flight sim viewing experience. And today was a stream that I felt like was kind of important because I know many of us are big-time Pilot's Life users and have built up quite the flight hours and the career and the money and gotten to our dream airline and all that kind of stuff. Pilot's Life has been around since kind of the early days of Microsoft 2020. If I remember correctly, it came out around kind of when the PMDG 737-700 came out, which was the first one. So it's been a minute. I do believe there's some other programs like this that's kind of like, you know, living the life, being a pilot, career mode type shit. But we have a new one on the horizon. Actually, on the horizon, I guess it's landed. But it's by Just Flight, called Fly the Line Short Haul Edition. I'm guessing there's going to be a long haul edition that's going to come. I don't know. But figured, being how much a lot of us fly Pilot's Life, it would be important to kind of give y'all a side-by-side of a Pilot's Life and Fly the Line. And I hate doing pre-recorded videos, so I figured, you know what, let's just do it together. So that's what we're going to do. And with that said, we're going to start from scratch. And since we're starting from scratch, don't know what city pairs I'm going to be flying yet. That's why we are here at the main menu of Microsoft. Because until I know what I'm flying, I can't set my airplane. So, but anyways, before we dive into all of that fun stuff, huge shout out to the channel members, as always, over on the Wrong Side Cattle class. Dang, did YouTube do something new with this? Anyways, no. Anyways, member is going to be Callie Simmer, Marco, Image Sticker, Kyle Lewis, Captain Nate, AJJ, Wes Burson, David Isaac, Dustin, Mickey, Mike, D-Chip, and Captain Johnny Bravo. Huge shout out to all of you guys. Thank y'all so much. As always, can never say it enough for the continued support. Greatly, greatly appreciate it, and love y'all to death. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Now, over to the chat. My man JJ's in the house. What's up, JJ? Great to see you, dude. Time to fly the line. That is right. My friend, Captain Tango, the man, the myth, legend himself. Big Pilot's Life user, curious to learn more about Fly the Line. I can't wait to show you. I think my immediate reaction, now I've only done 2 flights, and then I went ahead and reset the whole app so that we can kind of go through all this together from scratch. I don't know if it's going to be fully worth the jump. And I've got a little bit more to add to that, but guess you'll see. F-Pod Dust in the house, great to see you, dude. AJJ, my friend, great to see you, man. Welcome, welcome. Super happy all y'all are here on this late midnight stream. Max Racing, howdy, howdy. Dustin, howdy, my friend. If you've been watching the weather tonight, we've been getting a lot of thunderstorms here in the Orlando area tonight. My brother Noel and Jet Kid 1230, what's up, brother? Wrong and Wrong's back for round 2. That's right. I had to make up for earlier stream. If y'all were here earlier, I did do a little the new Miltech MH60 flying, and was just not up to the quality and standards that I liked. So, and I also got pegged with having to go do some. Who did that? Man. John, you didn't have to do that, dude. That is super nice of you. Greatly appreciate it. Making my membership list longer on the readout beginning of the stream, but thank you, dude. Greatly appreciate it. That's super kind of you. Thank you for the support. Yeah, I just wasn't up to my standards, so kind of was like, you know what, we're just going to scrub this. I got some other stuff that Chris will need me to do right away, so killed that stream, deleted it, acted like it never happened. Because, you know, if you delete it off the internet, right, it never did happen. And figures like, you know, we'll do this one tonight. So, real quick, the way that this works is you have days. It's not just a flight schedule, but you have days of flying. So tonight we're gonna do day 1, and then we'll come back tomorrow to do day 2. Let's see, continuing on, let's see. Mr. Captain Tango said, well, I pretty much only fly A320. So that would explain why I have enjoyed pilot's life half so far. Yeah, I feel you. And most of my time in a pilot's life is Airbus time. Because I, like you, am a big old Airbus fan. Let's see, AJJ said, ordered a 3D printer over the weekend. Can't wait to start working on 3D. Oh, dude, that's dope. That is dope. Well, AJJ, in case you didn't know, Captain Tango in the chat has, I believe it's the Scalarchy A320 cockpit. So eat your heart out. Then we get into Johnny in the chat. Great to see you, man. Thank you so much for that support, dude. I can't say it enough. Greatly appreciate it. Guys, if you got a membership from Captain Johnny Bravo, please thank him. Super kind. Well, shoot, y'all are already ahead of it. Y'all are already thanking him. So I was planning on going to bed, but depending on the route you get for your first flight, I might join. All right. It'll probably be short, whatever it is. Go through scenery. There you go. All right, sounds good. Yeah, man, the Rev got one. Rev's he's lurking. And no offense to all of my members, but the Rev will always have a special place in my heart. Him and his grandson were the first to ever recognize me at Expo, and that was one of the coolest things I've ever experienced, and just a genuine, awesome human being. So, Mr. Rev Alvin O'Neill, if you're lurking in the background and you're listening to this, great to see you, my friend. Even though I can't see you because you're lurking. All right, so let's get into it. So we'll kind of roll through this quick. There's a few different options, a few different modes that you can kind of do. So we'll just tell you that's fine. And we're going to say let's get started. So the music that you're hearing in the background, that is this menu. So we'll tell it to get started and it'll load. Takes a little second. Now, make sure that your paths are all set correctly, right? Then you can go to manage airports and it will be able to tell what add-on airports you have. Some airports you're probably not going to want because if you do have them selected, I believe it will use them. I do not know if this uses a database of like live flights or like a real life flight schedule, or is it just basically adding any airport that's within the time range of your base that you select. But some of these you're not going to want to fly to because they don't have airline service like Nellis Air Force Base, Bryce Canyon, Rocky Mountain Metropolitan, some of those. So I'm going to run through these real quick. See if there's any. Teterboro, not going there. Boeing Field, yeah, they got service. Just looking for anything that you don't really fly commercial service into. Wasm, yeah, I don't think that's an airport. But whatever, I'm gonna leave it. Atlanta, Dallas, Detroit, LA, Milwaukee. United States Coast Guard, no, not gonna be flying there. Keflavik, Dublin. Cool. Alright. Oh, is there a next? No. Cool. Continue. Getting started building your first flight schedule. Experiment with the schedule. It's a complex system. Might take a few attempts to find a setup you're happy with. Don't worry. If it's not perfect right away, you can always tweak it later. I did not know that. Okay. Fly the line allows you to use real-world airline routes. There we go. Answers that question from your favorite airline. Schedule times are automatically generated as time management is a core part of the gameplay loop and needs to remain under the system's control. So what that means is when you spawn in and then you start your flight, it's going to change the time in the sim to the time that is programmed, like with the timeline of that flight. Now, what I have seen it do is I've seen it use historical time, or I'm sorry, historical weather associated with that time. Then I've also seen it use live weather, even though the time frame is in the past. So that's a little weird. I've had to go to aviationweather.gov to go pull up historical METARs to figure out what kind of weather I was looking at to plug into the box. The system will prioritize routes from your chosen airline, but it will occasionally generate additional legs to return you to your base or complete your schedule. You can change your schedule later on, so don't worry if it's not quite right. Alright. Okay, so this is kind of your first main screen where you're going to want to make adjustments. I definitely don't look like her. So you have career mode, you have free play, and then you have schedule. So career mode, you're going to generate schedule, you're going to fly the schedule, make money. As you make money, you can buy things to furnish your house. As you buy things like a bed, you will sleep better, therefore your sleep rate is better. You can buy microwaves, or you're eating better food, you know, stuff like that. Free play, everything is unlocked, and really just kind of go and do whatever you want. I guess you can just furnish your apartment with everything that you want, because you know, money's not a factor. And then schedule, it generates a schedule, but it takes away all of the character and lifestyle management stuff. So now the other kind of cool thing with Fly the Line is you have multiple profiles that you can make, and I kind of wish that Pilot's Life would do the same, maybe. Just because, you know, if you get sick of flying one airline, but you have a lot of time built with them, you don't really want to give that up. You know, in a Pilot's Life, you've got to go find a new job if you get tired of that airline. With this, you can set up different profiles, so you can do a profile with American, you can do a profile with Delta, you can do a profile with Southwest, whatever, right? One could be, you know, schedule, another one could be free play, the other one could be whatever the other one was, career. So you can set up different profiles, do different things. There's a little bit more freedom that way. Also, from the get-go, you can fly with whatever airline that you want. There's no like applying for jobs, getting accepted for jobs. But you know, that's kind of something that I really like with a Pilot's Life. So this is a different animal. There's a lot more freedom in some ways compared to a Pilot's Life. So hope y'all didn't hear that. You didn't hear me burping. But anyways, so profile name. Let's call it Blake Roark American. Nah, let's just call it. Oh wait, it's gonna be on my badge. Alright. Profile photo, you can select through some different avatars, or you can just upload a headshot. And I gotta remember, I don't know if this is even in the right. It's not. Pictures. Is it pictures? Or is it videos? Let's see. Because I keep a lot of stuff in videos that ain't videos. I'm gonna go find it real quick. Pictures. I'm gonna do this one. AA 82 whatever. This one. Select. Cool. Alright, so now we got our headshot. Then we can also select an airline logo if you like. So if you want to create your own virtual airline, that is something you can actually do on here, which you cannot do in a Pilot's Life. And let's see, logos. Select that one. There we go. So now we got a little American Airlines logo up there on the top left. And the reason I'm going to do American is because that's who I'm flying with in a virtual airline. It's also who I'm flying with in a pilot's life. So we'll kind of see what we can line up, because I like to try to fly as much of this stuff parallel to each other as possible. So a lot of times, like, I will generate my flight schedule on a pilot's life, and then I'll go fly that flight schedule with virtual American and do them together, and it gives me kind of, you know, more to work towards. Now, character traits. This is going to play into your health and all that kind of stuff, your lifestyle management, if you will. So athleticism, I used to be athletic, now I'm fucking lazy and I sit here at my computer and I stream for you guys. I'm definitely well rested. I prioritize sleep in my life. Social butterfly, no, leave me alone. Mindful, just kidding. Mindful, health conscious, adaptable, hobbyist, and emotionally intelligent. Let's go with hobbyist. Alright, we're going to leave it in career, real world airline. We've got American Airlines, we'll hit select. American generated there. Now we've got different bases to choose from. And it's going to start with whichever base has the most routes. And it's going to go smaller from there. Now the weird thing is it will list airports that are not bases at all for American Airlines. Like, we go to the very bottom. Got like Guayaquil, Cali, Bogota, bunch of different. Like, I think I've seen Jackson Hole on here, which I love Jackson Hole. Like, it'd be fun to make that my base, but then you're stuck with, oh, look at that, MLU. American doesn't even fly to MLU. It's like Envoy. That's my hometown. Yeah, so like, some of these aren't actually crew bases or, you know, real bases for American Airlines, so your best bet is just to kind of stick up top. I like Dallas because it's centrally located in the country and you can kind of spread out, gives you more routes versus like Charlotte, Miami, that kind of stuff. So I think we'll go with Dallas for now. Diversions add an element of unpredictability and can occur at any time during a flight. In most cases, they happen due to a passenger falling ill. You'll need to make critical decision, divert to the nearest airport, or continue to your destination. The passenger's health is in your hands. Well, I hope they got a MedLink doctor to provide some guidance on that. Aircraft cruise speed. You can do slow stuff like ATRs, Dash 8s, etc. And then it's to that, or it's jet/business jet type speeds. Now, flight duration. So in a pilot's life, you have three options. You've got short haul, medium haul, long haul, which doesn't specify any kind of time frames. Although short haul does kind of seem to like max out around like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours for some flights. This one you can kind of set exactly what you want. Now, I would suggest being careful with your min time, because it will give you some shit that's like really close. The last city pair that it gave me was Dallas-Fort Worth to Dallas-Love Field. And the other side of it too is I haven't really flown a lot of this and played with this app a ton, but I don't think you can skip flights like you can in a pilot's life. So if you don't want to go fly Dallas-Fort Worth to Dallas-Love Field, then you're kind of stuck and you gotta go do it anyways. So let's set min to, I don't know, 35 minutes, max to maybe like an hour and a half. That'll work. Start month. We're in August, so let's make it August. And then sectors 2 and 4. So each day consists of either 2 or 4 sectors. Choose your preference. If you prefer longer flights, it's recommended to limit this to 2 sectors. Shorter flights are better suited for 4-day sectors, or 4-sector days. The choice is yours, but keep in mind that combining longer flights with 4-sector days will lead to greater negative impact on fatigue and mood. Also, I'm just not going to sit here and fly 4 long-ass flights every day. So we're going to set that to 2. Let's go to advanced, and we can have a few more options to choose from. Minimum runway length. Let's get spicy and make it 5,000 or 5,100, I guess. Turnaround times. Now this is kind of important because, like it was talking about earlier, time is a huge factor in this application. So you want to make sure that you give yourself enough time. Like if you're using GSX and you're kind of going with more real-time stuff, you want to make sure that you have plenty of time to turn the airplane, but also give yourself, you know, quick enough min time too, that like if you're in a hurry, you want to speed through the pre-flight and get rolling and do like an instant load and shit, then kind of want to set like a good minimum in case you're, you know, you're that fast person to hurry up and get out of there. So we'll set turnaround time 15 minutes, and I'm gonna do a maximum of 50 minutes. I'm trying to think of what we do, what hours are in real life. I want to say it's, well, it varies quite a bit between domestic versus international, domestic, international, 319, 320, 321, etc. So anyways, 15 minutes to 50 minutes should be a pretty good little window of time. Okay, alright, so to duplicate the route probability that it's going to give you, I'm going to say infrequent because I hate flying the same shit over and over again. Add-on airports probability, I'm going to crank that up. I want it to use pretty much add-on airports exclusively. You can exclude countries, you can exclude regions. I'm not going to exclude anything. Most of my stuff should be in the United States anyways, for the most part. Cool, so all that's good to go. We'll save that, and now we are ready to find routes. Okay, so here's basically what it does. It's going to give you a radius based off of the times that we chose, and this is what we get. Some of these routes you may not want to fly, so you can deselect those. So like Monroe, Louisiana. Monroe's never going to see mainline American, so we're going to turn that off. Alexandria, not going to see mainline. Baton Rouge probably would. Lafayette is not. Lake Charles is not. Beaumont is not. Rest of these, Del Rio, don't know about that. San Angelo. I'll tell you what, let's just deselect anything we don't have add-on airports for. It's going to be anything white. And that'll force it to use only add-on airports. Well, I guess it's not installed. We'll leave New Orleans. Baton Rouge. Mobile. Is that BFM? They don't have airline service. Alright, I think we're pretty much set with that. Tulsa. Didn't Tulsa scenery just come out? I need to pick that up if it did. Amend route. So I guess if you hit amend routes, we can come back here. We can change our min and max. Like, let's crank it all the way up. Hit regenerate routes. Look at that. Now we're all over the place. Amend routes. Let's crank it back down. There we go. Cool. We'll accept that. Create a schedule. Alright, continue to aircraft setup. This kind of annoys me. There is SimBrief integration, which actually we need to make sure we set that up. So let's go to settings. And we're going to put in our SimBrief ID. And then currency, we're going to go to US dollar. Everything else should be good to go. Alright, so we get messages from pilots. I don't read any of this shit, but it'll give you like information on where you're flying to and this and that. We're gonna skip that because nobody gives a shit. Let's go to assets real quick. Show you. Here's our little Sims look-alike apartment, and you can furnish it when you have money. So we can buy like a luxury double bed, bedside table, picture, bedroom cupboards. I believe most of this stuff is going to affect your lifestyle in some way. So like buying a bed, obviously you're going to be able to sleep better versus sleeping on the floor. So that nature. Got your sim pit. You can, I guess, put computer stuff in there. But yeah, you can also buy airplanes. You can buy cars. All that good stuff. We do need to add an airplane. I gotta remember where to go to do that. Let's go main menu, aircraft. Here we go. Alright, so you can add up to 16 different aircraft, whatever you call them, profiles. So we're gonna do Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. We're gonna do a jet. Let's call it A319. $150 passengers max. I have no idea what 1500 kg is. But let's call it that's 3,306. We'll just do 2,000. Switch that. kg. Swing 907. Okay, max crosswind 38. I believe is actually correct for a 319, 320, and 321. Max tailwind on landing is 10 knots. At least for us, on landing is 10 knots. Takeoff is 15 knots. But we'll do 10 knots for both. Min rotate speed. I'm gonna put this at like 100, because you know sometimes you might have some real light rotation speeds. So if you pull back on the stick before that and you rotate, you're gonna get dinged. We don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna make that low. Obviously, we're never gonna take off at 100 knots, but that's kind of the point. Abort to takeoff, min abort, min speed after abort, taxi speed after abort, decel speed. That's all weird. Kind of feel like I should just like put in my own shit. But we'll just leave all this. Cruise and descent, min cruise speed. I'm gonna do 150. Obviously, I'm gonna fly faster than that, but this is to protect us from getting dinged for stupid shit. Because, like, what if you had, like, what if we were to fly Fort Worth to Dallas Love? Like, we may not go faster than 210 knots on that. So, if we cruise at like 8,000 feet, 210 knots, we would get dinged based off of that parameter. So that's why I'm setting it low. Max cruise speed, let's say 340. Min cruise altitude. See, some of this stuff is just dumb. 2,000. Landing speed, min landing speed indicated 100. Go around. Airspeed increase 30. Altitude increase 500. Okay, whatever. Okay, so I guess you can't cruise faster than 320 knots. Add aircraft. There we go. Now we got the 319. Alright. We'll continue. And oh, did I not deselect that? Alright, so if I want to If I didn't want to fly this, wonder how we could tell it no. Can I call it sick? Brownsville, Austin, Oklahoma City, Springfield. That's all those are fine. I just don't want to fly this. Did I like? Oh, my doctor. Hello, doctor. Perfect health. Keep up current lifestyle to maintain this great condition. Cool, thank you. Alright. Airports to exclude. What was Whiteman Air Force Base? KSZL. There we go. Okay. Fields with the save icon can be changed without affecting your schedule. Click save. All the fields will require to reschedule. I want to reschedule. Alright, looks like we might get a new schedule. Let's see. Alright, there we go. So our first trip is going to be Dallas to Austin, Austin, Dallas. And then for tomorrow, Dallas, Houston, Houston, Dallas, Dallas, another Houston, Houston, Dallas, Dallas. This shit. How is DFW to Dallas Love that short? Alright. We're getting there. Alright. First trip, Dallas to Houston, Houston, Dallas. So we got after that. Dallas, Corpus Christi, Dallas, Dallas, McAllen, McAllen, Dallas, Dallas, San Antonio, San Antonio, Dallas, Oklahoma City. Day 10, Lubbock, Kansas City, Austin, Springfield, Memphis, Hobby, Gulfport, Jackson, Amarillo, Brownsville. Cool. So it gives you like 23 days, even though it's not actually 23 days. It's, you got some days off in between. Okay. So that's generated. Now, the thing that does kind of suck, like I wish there was maybe a way you could create your own schedule, something like that, or inject a schedule. So if you generate, say like a schedule from a pilot's life, you could put that into here. That way you could fly both simultaneously, build time in both, and then also with your virtual airline. Something of that nature. So for the sake of this stream, we are going to purchase a couple flight tickets, and we're going to fly the city pair. So let's go flight tickets, and let's do DFW IH. Search that. And here's one for $319. It's $50. We'll add that. Cool. And then let's reverse it. And then coming back, Houston to DFW. We'll add that. It's $2,100. Purchase. Thank you. And we'll go to schedule. Make sure that it's on the top. It is Dallas, Houston, Houston, Dallas. Perfect. Okay, so now that we know where we're going to be, flying, let's go place our airplane. We'll be flying the Phoenix A319 BFU with some sharklets. Fort Worth. Alright, set departure there at gate 24. Kind of let some of this stuff load in before I hit start. Alright, so just for y'all to see, our flight conditions are set to live. Everything is live. And then we'll see what it does once we get in. Now, bringing this back up, departure time is at 0650 local. And then arrival time is 0730 local. So you'll see that it's going to change our time to probably like 50 minutes prior to that, so we can meet that 50-minute turn time. Alright, start there. Now let's go to SimBrief real quick. Let's plan out the flight. American. Flight number is... where's it at? 2420. On top of that, I'm also going to fire up Virtual American. Let's go to flights, bids. Actually, flight search. Houston. And we find a 319. There we go, 2082. So that's going to be our actual call sign. Loading JetNet. 2082 KDFW to KIH. A319. CFM with Sharklets. CI 50. Dallas is departing to the south. So on that side of the airport, we're going to depart off of 17 right. That's what it's got in there. Good deal. And then arriving Smith ILS or RNAV Yankee runway 27 or RNAV Yankee runway 8. Well, being that we're coming in more from the west, we're going to land to the east to shorten the flight time. So we'll make it 8 right. But if it uses historical weather, then that's where shit's going to get a little weird, because SimBrief is planning off of the now, right? But if it uses historical, then it's going to get funky, but we'll see. Let's do a light load, so we'll have faster boarding. Let's go 80 passengers. Let's look for any weather en route. No real weather. That's just ghosting or ground clutter. The radar's picking up. Weather out of Dallas. We've got a single line TAFs. We've got good weather there. 10 statute miles, clear skies. Houston. Good weather right now. Oh, that looks good. So we don't really need much extra fuel or an alternate. Altitude. Let's go flight level 270. 15 minutes of contingency fuel. 10 minutes of basic extra. I like it. I am going to real quick come over to Delta. I'm going to preview so I can get my fixed list, because I need every fix, not just like the actual routing. This is the virtual American client. So DFW Trex. And then this bottom line here. Copy that. Why is it not? There you go. N900 4F. Because that's the one we're flying. Alright, we're going to hit start flight on that. That's tracking. Let's generate this. Bring it back to 9 of 2018. We'll generate. All that's good. Now this scenery is not like native to why can't I walk? Bro. Keyboard ain't working. What do you do when your keyboard don't work? Well, that's some bullshit. When in doubt, we'll just close it and restart it. That was because it was sitting there too long. Anyways, gives me some good time to get caught back up to the chat. If even. I've been away from the chat for so long. Let's see. Just add a Foreflight 2025 sketch to the website. Very nice. Very nice. Gonna work on just cabin side for now. May add on later. Going to build the structures, but buying various hardware to fill it. Hey, there you go. It was great hanging out with Wrong Side, the rest of the Cali crew at Expo. I agree. I agree. Maybe maybe 1 year I might have to make the switch to your team, because I might be a little bit Team Airbus. Never mix. Missing Expo again. See, unselect smaller ports or medium-sized ports. Throw some randoms in there. That's a good point. That's right, John. 10 folks watching. Smash and 4 likes. Smash the like button. Yeah, guys, if you haven't done so already, please. Oh well, shit. We're at 12 viewers with 12 likes. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Double dipping to see, yes, sir. See, what the reason why I like to fly multiple different applications together is because each one will like judge you on various different items. So for me, it's kind of that whole cumulative data point that I can see where I'm weak, where I'm strong, what I can do better on, that kind of stuff. So double dipping, yes, but gives me more to analyze. Delio. Got the Ponce version 2 final version file whenever you... Oh, shoot. For now, it's the final version. Sounds good, man. I mean, I don't mind buying it at all. Where can I buy it? I'd like to support the dev. Did you buy Tulsa? I thought you flew on stream for some reason. Maybe I'm tripping. I think it was that Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport. I think. I don't think I bought it. Cause simulations. Started with it this weekend. Not too bad. Nice. Yeah, it's I've done a couple flights. Vacation time if you have any. What about vacation time? Jay, what's up, dude? Dude, this weather is jacking up my Friday. We've had a ton of weather around here. That's what you use sick time for. Earnings you go. That's right. On the map, you can select the ones you want. It will turn the route to gray instead of green. Ramp closed. Were you flying or something? Oh, Jay, you're talking about whenever you were dispatching, huh? Wait, you're not dispatching. What ramp was closed? Oralos, good evening, sir. Blake, just home from dispatching. Hey, there you go. How was the work day? Any shitty weather you had to deal with? I can buy it through Orbix. Perfect. We'll definitely have to get that on stream here in the near future. Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Alright. Well, let's get to it. We're like almost an hour into the stream and ain't even got shit going yet. So we might have to turn this music off on this thing. It stops playing music whenever you dispatch a flight. Hopefully it's not copyright music. YouTube's gonna get my ass. There we go. Now we're working. Let's say Jetway's operating. And our GSX is outdated. Man, whatever. Alright, let me get the rest of my stuff going. On that. This. Alright. Got the OFP up and ready. Now, I'll do what I did just a second ago, and let's go to DAL. Where you at? Briefing preview. Alright, start flights. Again, that's just my American Virtual Airlines. That's got nothing to do with Fly the Line. Alright, so there you go. It just changed the time on its own. We're going to hit Apply Sim Brief. Choose my airplane. Everything is in the green. So now we can go to Aircraft, and bam. Time has changed. Alright, so now it's watching. Why does it say 20 minutes till pushback? That's some bullshit. So now we're gonna have to move quick, like real quick. Alright, pilot's life. Let's go to flights. 270, and we're on 319. Cool. Alright, if we take a delay, we take a delay, and we'll see what happens. This flight leaves at 11:50Z. There we go. Mass balance, load. Let's get that shit going quick. Get out of here. Okay, crew supply, ground control, CVR test. We're gonna move fast. Over to captain, ADIRS 1, 2, and 3. Nav logo on. No smoking to auto, armored 6 lights. Hello. Probably going to be delayed if I had to guess. Cool. Flight director's on. Constraints. VOR. Same on El Capitan side. Coming down this side of things. Check out the radios. VHF1. Pull up our charts. Flights. Import. Imports. Alright, that's moving real slow. And then also, just for shits and gigs, sim settings, DCDU. Alright, we'll set up the radios later. It's good to go. Integral lighting. Everything's good there. Auto to all. Interphone, cabin, VHF2 as well. And then let's go 122.8. Cool. Alright, over on the captain's side, brighten that up a bit. ATSU, AOC menu, flight init, initialize data request. While it's doing that, let's go to weather request, KDFW, and then another one for Houston. Shoot that off. Alright, ATC request, pre-departure clearance, get Charlie 24. ATIS ID, haven't gotten that yet. Clearance is on 2825. Why am I only seeing that change on the FO side? That's weird. It's really weird. 28, 25. $35, $925. And why am I not hearing anything? Multiplayer, no. It's weird. Some settings. That didn't change. Anyways, we got info Victor. But we do need to hear what the hell is going on. That's good. AC status. That's good. Initialize. Prelim load sheet. Cool. PDC is on request. Alright, flight number AAL 2420. Cost index of 50. Heading up to 270.
Blake, boarding has started and the first passengers are aboard the plane.
Cool, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard
24.
American Airlines Flight 20082,
Ground
departing
tempo
from Dallas
21.
to Houston. We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to contact our friendly crew members who are here to help you. Thank you for choosing American Airlines, and we hope you have a pleasant flight.
Why don't you talk like that? Departing off runway 17 right. We're going to be on the Darts 9. Damn, they boarded fast. Torn transition. Insert. Houston. Arrival. 8 right. And we're going to be on the Gusher 3. Torn transition. Approach via none. Insert that. Still waiting on that GPS primary. So till then, let's go to secondary, copy active, secondary, and nets. Nope. Secondary. Okay, yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself. KDFW/KDFW. Secondary, DFW, departure 17 right. And 17 right is longer, or not longer, but wider than 17 center. So if we come back, we're going to come back to 17 right. No star, no via, secondary, perf. Weather, winds 140 at 4. Temperature is 27. QNH 3003. It looks like even though the time changed, it is still using live weather, which is good. Alright, so that's that. Let's put in the Maverick VOR. Sweet. Init. Get our wind out of uplink. That bleed on, external power come off. Got our fuel, so fuel pumps come on. Seatbelt signs can come on.
Not long to go. 10 minutes remaining.
Alright, there's our 10-minute mark. We're not looking terrible right now. Still haven't gotten our PDC though. Which is odd. Let's see, Houston. Before we get there. Fuel, taxi fuel 0.4. Route reserve 0. Reserve fuel's 45 minutes. Let's see, actual load sheet. We got 0 fuel at 109.2, which is what we're planned at. It's 109.2 with a 0 fuel weight CG of 25.7. Planned block fuel is 9.5. We got on board 9.5. Hit fuel planning first, make sure it agrees. And that's 6.4. Cool. So 9.5. Then the block. Now let's put in some arrival weather. Winds 340 at 3. Temperature is 27. 2999. Alright, we're looking good. Except we still don't have our damn PDC. But it acts like it sent it to us because it's giving me a sign transponder in red. So let's try this. Oh, I bet I know why. I know exactly why. Because I put in the call sign from flight line instead of my VA. So ATC request PDC gate C24 Victor on AAL. No, that's right, AAL 2082. Yeah, I didn't put that in. So why didn't it? Because that's what it would be expecting. Alright. So while we're waiting on that to maybe come back, let's get some perf. Dry. Nice off, packs on. Cool, calculate. Send that.
Above, minimum.
Flaps 1 up 1.6, flex temp 66, 20, 70, 51, 46, 46. Cool. Looks good. Now for the love of God. Can I get my PDC? Darts 9 goes up to 10,000. Departing to the south. Set that for now. I swear, I wonder if... No, it's got say intentions in there. That's weird. Alright, whatever. We're just about ready to go. The cockpit door closed. Forward clearance.
We need to be on our way in 5 minutes.
Shut up, bitch. Why is that? Something's up with my... Let's see, headset. No, that's right. COM 1's at 0.
American 2082, Dallas clearance, cleared to Houston via the Darts 9er departure. Then, as filed, climb and maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 270, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 118.55, squawk 4557.
That would be one.
Expect runway 17 right.
Alright, cleared to Houston via the Darts 9 departure, then as filed, climb maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 270, 10 minutes after departure. Departures on 1855, squawk 4557. Expect runway 17 right. American 2082.
American 2082, read back correct.
Alright, here we go. We're pushing it on time. $2,000 sets. Cool. Looking good, looking good. We're getting there. Alright, C terminals 312275. Forward with the ground, American 2082, ready to push back and start.
American 2082, Dallas ground, push back and start approved, tail south.
Push start approved, tail south, American 2082. Tower east, 2655. Alright, we got 2 minutes to get pushing back, otherwise we're going to be dinged. I'm sorry that I haven't been paying much attention to the chat, guys. As we said earlier with this fly the line thing, brakes release, clear to push, nose right. But time is a big factor in this whole thing. Sanford, oh, I work at Sanford SA grounded. I didn't know that. When did that happen? That's good. I'm gonna want some more details on whatever that job is. Today was pretty chill. We had a new class start this week, so I'm with a new hire. Only 25 flights to start. Next week will be 30, then 35, and so forth. Ah, interesting. It's interesting how they kind of build it up, because we don't do that. You just get thrown into the fire. Alright, we're rolling. Let's crank engine number 1. And let's see, let's get rid of that. Let's do this. Start getting some more traffic around. What flight load did SimBrief give you? I don't know. I just told it 27,000. Alright, brakes are set. Clear off headset, clear disconnect. We look for the panel on the left side of the airplane. Alright, good start on 1. Let's roll number 2. And see, if you're trying to do like everything, right? Like briefings, checklists, all that stuff, we definitely need more than 20 minutes. We didn't have time to do a departure brief, didn't have time to run checklists, all that stuff. But now we can chill, because now we've got time. We were out on time. So, quick little departure brief. So it's going to be right seat takeoff, aircraft types 319 for tail strike points, no MELs, no CDLs. It's going to be a 2-engine taxi, runway 17 right. No hot spots and runways across. Weather's no factor other than some rain showers in the area. Terrain is no factor. Standard abort procedures, below 80 knots, my decision to reject. Above 80 knots, high speed regime, we're going to abort for engine fire, engine failure, level wind shear, anything that makes us fly the aircraft safe for takeoff. At V1, pop an engine, we're going to go flying. We'll fly runway heading, speed up, clean up at 2,070 feet MSL, and come back to runway 17 right. We'll be under max landing weight if we do come back. All goes as planned. We're going to fly the Darts 9 up to 10,000 feet. We're squawking, needs to be 45.57. Alright, cool. Now they've pushed, they're done with their whole thing. So after start flow, normal, armor spoilers, reset rotor trim, flaps 1, TCAS to TA. Oh, don't you, what the fuck? Oh, wait, I think I know why. Alright, so now that's, I wonder if doing this, if pausing the sim is going to negatively affect our score. I guess we'll find out. Don't you fucking tell me. Oh my god. There's no flight sim PM TQ like throttle quadrant 00. Motherfucker. Well, that kind of fucks us real hard. Let's see if I can work around this. So just sit here and burn fuel. Cause like, it seems like the PC's reading it. Let's see what's. I'm gonna be really fucking pissed if we can't get this going because
2351 request pushback.
PC doesn't recognize.
Push and start approved. Push and start approved. Delta 2351.
I think we're hosed. This is some fucking bullshit, man.
Frontier Flight 82 request pushback.
Frontier Flight 82, push and start approved.
Push and start approved. Frontier Flight 82.
Yeah. PC's not seeing it. And it does that every now and then whenever I swap my stuff out and then put it back in. It's like I need to run the computer and then restart it. God damn it to hell.
Delta 1276, push and start approved. Push and start approved, Delta 1276.
Delta 2351 ready to taxi.
Let's try some dumb shit.
Delta 2351, taxi to runway 17 right via Echo Mike Lima, Echo Hotel.
17 right via Echo Mike, Lima, Echo Hotel, Delta 2351.
We're going to assign this. We're going to assign our throttles to the spoiler lever. Let's see.
Frontier Flight 82 ready to taxi.
Frontier Flight 82, taxi to runway 18 left via Bravo Foxtrot Whiskey Hotel.
18 left via Bravo Foxtrot Whiskey Hotel, Frontier Flight 82.
Alright, that's going to have to work. That's janky, but it's going to have to work. We're too far into this stream not to. Alright, after our checklist, any ice is off, fuel pump off, for trim 0, after our checklist is complete. Fort Worth ground, American 2082, ready to taxi 17 right.
American 2082, taxi to runway 17 right via Alpha Bravo 1 Charlie.
Alpha Bravo 1 Charlie for American 2082. Oh, I said a fucking Charlie up there. What the fuck is he talking about? 17 right, Alpha Bravo 1 Charlie. Alpha crosses the bridge. No idea. We're just going to make our own way up there. Alright. Brakes released. Let's check all this stuff. Make sure it's still. Because when we killed, no, it's still reading. Okay.
Spirit Wings 1080, pushback approved.
Here we go. Alright, brakes released.
American 1226, taxi to the gate. American 1226, taxi to parking via Mike 7, cross runway 17 center, then Bravo, cross runway 17 right, then Golf.
Why do we have an Irish dude in Dallas?
Mike 7, cross runway 17 center, then Bravo, cross runway 17 right, then Golf, American 1226.
Okay. Mini brief, departing off, 17 right, darts 9, first fix is track, up to 10,000 feet. Gross weight's 118.4, flaps configured plus F, fuel's 9.2. B1's 146, B2's 151. Flight controls check. Now full up. Full down. Neutral, full left. Full right. Neutral, rudder. Why is that? You fuck ass. Flight controls checks complete. Up 1.6.
Request pushback. American 3317 cleared for push and start. Pushback approved. American 3317.
American 1438 request pushback.
American 1438 cleared for push and start.
Alright, tax checklist, gross weight comparison complete. Gross weight comparison is complete. 28.2% CG is set. V1 verified flex 46, 46, 51 flex 66. Flaps configured plus F. Flight controls checked. ECAM memo take off all green. ECAM status is checked. PWS is on auto. Take has cuts at TRA. Cabin crew's advised mini brief is complete. Tax checklist complete.
Request pushback. United 380 cleared for push and start. Pushback approved. United 380.
American 1700, winds 150 at 4, runway 18 right, cleared to land.
18 right, cleared to land, American 700.
I'm gonna set this to linear, which is what Phoenix suggests doing.
17 right, ready for departure.
Delta 2351, winds 150 at 4, runway 17 right, cleared for takeoff.
17 right, cleared for takeoff. Delta 2351.
Dallas Tower, American 3036, established on the RNAV Yankee runway 13 right.
American 3036, roger.
Forward tower, American 2082, holding short runway 17 right, ready for takeoff.
American 2082, Dallas Tower, runway 17 right, hold short, you're number 1 behind the C-Series.
Hold short 17 right, American 2082. Alright, lineup checklist. Lineup 17 right, full length confirmed inside and outside. Fuel min required is 8.1. We got 9.1 on board. Engine mode selector is normal. Bleed packs are set. Lineup checklist is complete. Let's go, amigo. I can get a damn lineup and wait. Are you fuck kidding me? You better stop. About to say. There's an
holding short runway 17 right, ready for departure.
update FHWC, I think.
Delta 1276, winds 150 at 4, runway 17 right, cleared for takeoff.
Could be, yeah.
17 right, cleared for takeoff, Delta 1276.
Fucking let Delta go in front of me, and I'm American. This is Fort Worth. Andy Ivy has to go, my friend. So sorry, guys, that I haven't been able to pay a whole lot of attention to the chat. This is like every time I swap out my controls, even when I do like precautionary restarts, I run into this damn issue, and it's always on stream. I don't catch it until like we're live. He even said I'm #1 behind the C series, and yet here we are, letting Delta go in front of us. Fort Worth Tower, American 2082. You said I was #1 behind the other departing Delta, and you let this Delta go in front of me. What's up with that?
American 2082, apologies for the confusion. The Delta ahead had priority due to operational requirements. You're next for departure.
We're just about to time out. If I don't get off the ground in the next 2 minutes, I will be timed out, and it'll be your fault. Kenny, how's it going, man? Captain Geo, what up, brother?
American 2082, understand your urgency. You're next for departure on runway 17 right. After takeoff, fly runway heading until reaching 5500, then proceed on course. American 2082, runway 17 right, winds 150 at 4. RNAV Trex, cleared for takeoff.
RNAV Trex, clear for takeoff, American 2082, thank you. Here we go.
1276, contact departure.
Over to departure, Delta 1276.
American 700, contact ground on 121.65.
Dallas Tower, American 2150, established on the ILS runway 18 right.
Man, tell guys stress, runway authors blue.
American 2150, roger. American 2268, winds 150 at 4. Runway 13 right, cleared to land.
Ah, that's right.
13 right, cleared to land, American 2268.
Nav.
American 579er, hold short of runway 18 right.
Hold short of 18 right.
Why am I getting a master? That's what I thought. That was weird.
American 282, contact departure.
Up to departure, American 2082. First climb. Fort Worth departure, American 2082, climbing 2.6 on the Darts 9.
American 2082, low star departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000 direct darts.
Climb maintain 10,000 direct darts, American 2082.
Delta 1276, proceed direct judge.
Looks good.
American 2082, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb maintain level 220, American 2082. 22 blue, 22 blue. I got lever asymmetrical. I don't know how I could do that whenever I have one lever assigned to both throttle or thrust levers, but what else? Autopilot.
West 3296, contact Fort Worth Center on 127.6. Over to Fort Worth Center.
They're both showing in the climb detent.
Southwest 3296.
There it goes.
Flight 3243, direct inward. Cleared for the ILS runway 17 left approach. Descend and maintain altitude 3000 until established. Descending to 3000, cleared for the ILS runway 17 left approach, Frontier Flight 3243. Frontier Flight 3243, contact Dallas Tower on 124.15. Over to Dallas Tower on 124.15, Frontier Flight 3243.
Just skirting this stuff. Alright, 10,000. And I'm gonna pull speed so we
Departure
can get
American
above this stuff.
1796, 2000 for 4000.
American 1796, radar contact, climb and maintain 11,1000.
Now, if we exceed 6,000 feet per minute on the climb, it will ding us.
Departure Frontier Flight 82, 2000 for 4000.
Frontier Flight 82, radar contact, climb and maintain 12,12000.
Climb 12, 12000, Frontier Flight 82.
Delta 2351, contact Fort Worth Center on 124.875.
Oh, this stuff ahead looks a little sus.
Fort Worth Center on 124.875. Delta 2351.
Maybe it's just some build-ups.
Climb and maintain flight level 270.
I maintain 270, American 2082.
Frontier Flight 82, contact Lone Star departure on 118.55.
Over to Lone Star departure on 118.55E, Frontier Flight 82. Lone Star departure, American 1796, 1000.
American 2082, climb and maintain 27000.
Climb maintain flight level 270, American 2082.
Switching to Fort Worth Center on 127.0, Delta 2717.
American 2527, direct pop. Clear for the ILS
Pop,
Zulu
pop.
runway 13 right approach.
Alright, we're starting to get on top of this stuff.
3000 until established.
Down to 3000. Cleared for the ILS Zulu runway 13 right approach. American 2527.
So I'm kind of watching those sails at our like 11 and a half o'clock.
27,
If that makes any
Dallas
sense.
Tower on 124.15.
Looks like we should be above most of this stuff. Standard.
American 2082, contact Fort Worth Center on 135.75.
Over to Dallas Tower on 124.15, American 2527.
Is it not reading? Fucking thing's not picking up my one wing FCU either. No wonder it wasn't working right. I got a bunch of weird shit going on. Really just need a PC restart. Alright, so we're on top of this stuff. We got some shit at burden. As you can see out the window, we're on top of it. Obviously there's no elevation scan on the weather radar. We can control the gain, but not the tilt. I have to crank the gain all the way up so we can see all the shit that's out there.
American 2728, 8000.
Oh yeah, look at that.
28, radar contact.
Just painted it a lot more stiff. But we're above it all.
American 182, expect the Gusher 3 arrival. I'll start your descent in about 10 minutes.
Expect the Gusher 3, we'll start descent in 10 minutes, American 2082. Alright, real quick, top hat flow so it'll stay in front of the airplane.
American 182, expect the ILS runway 8 right approach to Houston.
Yay, that's what I wanted. Expect a right approach. ILS 8 right approach into Houston, America 22. Rad nav, clear this out. IH goes in. Prog page, KIAH 08 right. Perf, next, and next. Now let's get some current weather to some menu, weather. Alright, wind 020 at 6. Temp 27 still and 30.00. Fuel prediction, we got 37 minutes of extra fuel estimated on 6.1. Secondary flight plan with delete. Copy active. Let's throw in
2728, direct zing.
8 left.
Cleared for the ILS runway, 17 center approach. Descend and maintain altitude 3000 until established. Descending to 3000, cleared for the ILS runway, 17 center approach. 2728.
Cool. Good to go. Good to go. Should be smooth from here. Let's go, seatbelts off. And ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, we are climbing up to our final cruising altitude of 27,000 feet. Should be on the ground in about the next 30 minutes. We'll be on our way. We'll be descending into Houston here shortly, so please use this time to use the bathroom if you need to. Seatbelt sign is off. We do expect some smooth rides during cruise, but we may catch some bumps on the descent. As always, I want to thank you for flying American, and we'll talk to you as we're on our way down into Houston. Very good, very good.
Okay, Captain. I will make an announcement to the passengers.
Better, bitch. That dude's definitely from Texas. Yep. He had to stop pumping oil out of his well. Cleared to take off. That's funny. That's one of the best ones I've heard. I had the same issues. I had to restart SimApp Pro. So my issue's not SimApp Pro. It's just my fucking PC's not recognizing my throttle quadrant. But then for some odd reason, like, not you. SimApp Pro recognizes everything. But when I go to MobiFlight and I have some stuff put in with EFIS and the FCUs, it's not picking it up. It's just really weird. Missed if you said something about my last message. Go find it. Sucks. Work alongside Allegiant. I'm on week number 3. Aye. So what exactly are you doing? Obviously you're not dispatching airplanes, right? What are those cabin announcements from where it goes blade boarding? That is say intentions. Or Alos, if you're still here. So I'm just way behind on this. Messages. First thing I did was shut the music off. Yeah, that's what I need to do. If anyone's sim brief, like dying currently, I just keep getting server took too long to load. Interesting. Let me go ahead and plan our return flight. 2189. Ralos, if you're still on here, maybe yours is maybe We were just having well, I guess you wouldn't be watching this and chatting if you didn't have internet, right? I was gonna say a internet connectivity issue, but wouldn't make any sense. We're gonna come in on 17. I don't want 17 left. That's like a far ass taxi. So is 13 right though. And it's crossing the center line, so do 17. Let's call 17 center. We're gonna cheat a little bit. I'm almost wondering if it does have historical traffic or historical weather at play, because when we looked at the weather radar, like, look, there's no thunderstorms other than this little bit down here south of Houston. There's no cells, but our weather radar is lit the fuck up. So I think it's using historical weather. So let's see. Houston's 12:21, so that make 11:50 something. Yeah, temperature was 26. But it's giving me a live VTAR, so alright.
American 2082, descend via Gusher 3 for the ILS runway 8 right approach into Houston, altimeter 29.94.
Descend to Gusher 3 for the ILS 8 right approaching to Houston, altimeter 2994, American 2082. 29, yep, right there, 2994. So it's using historic.
American 2082, expect the Gusher 3 arrival for
I
the
just
ILS
said that.
runway 8 right approach into Houston.
Expect the Gusher 3 arrival for the ILS 8 right approaching to Houston, American 2082. Yeah, that definitely confirms it.
American 2082, speed 250 knots.
Speed 250 knots, American 2082. Kiss my ass, I ain't doing that. 360 at 3. Temperature is 26. And altimeter 2994. So I like the fact that it forces your sim time to like historic sim time, or to whatever time the flight is, but I don't like that you're pretty much forced to use, because of the engine, the weather engine in Microsoft Flight Sim 24, you're going to be stuck with historic weather rather than live weather, I think, right? Okay, so as soon as I open that, it switches to, does it switch to live weather? August 1st, 2025. Yeah. So I guess maybe that's the workaround. Open up the weather thing and then do that. Alright, so now we're back, I guess, to live weather. So Change this shit again. Marco, good morning, my friend. I'm flying live weather and it's clear as fuck. Yeah. No, basically sit next to Legion Ops and play middleman between Sanford Airport Authority. Oh, interesting. That's kind of cool. How are you liking it? Oh, I think so. Good. Good. Go check, see live weather is active. So it was ticked on, but like, you know how the weather engine is, right? Like, you can have live weather on, but then when you roll back the time, it's going to set the weather to that time that was live at that time. I feel like it still keeps it ticked when you do that, but it seemed like opening that forced it into live weather, but keeping that custom time. The sim is using historic or beyond ATC isn't. I think the sim was using historic, but beyond ATC wasn't. That is what my sky looks like, and I'm set on August 1st. Damn, yeah. Bro, you're like the same exact time as me. Are you on Say Intentions by chance? Because if you are, I should be able to see you and hear you if you're using the multiplayer thingamajig. Page 1,200 feet high. Let's go open descent. Speed it up a little bit, and that'll help us catch back up to the glide path. Alrighty, 3000 is set. Speed 250 knots, American 2082. Keep working it down. Oh, okay, so you're just ahead of me. I am 12 miles from import. Damn, like we're like on top of each other, dude. That's crazy. So like you're probably just a few miles ahead of me because of the lag from the time that you send your message to the time I see it. It's supposed to work from 12 p.m. to midnight 30, but I haven't gotten out of here earlier than 2 a.m. all week. I don't get to leave till the last departure leaves or arrival gets. Ooh, yeah, that kind of sucks. But what are you doing during that time? Like, is it easy money?
American 2082, contact Houston approach on 134.3.
the fuck? I think it's supposed to be Cartman, but I don't sound like Cartman.
Houston approach. Good morning, Houston. Altimeter 29.94.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Cartman. Let's try Jared. Guy from Subway. I think he's dead. No, I was planning on subscribing again. Been using Bionic C Lock. Gotcha. I got both. Yeah, you're right behind me. I departed about 2 minutes before you told the controller you were going to be late because of him. That's funny. Oh, it's so boring. Well, hey, boring's not bad, right? Like, you could always be getting your fucking teeth kicked in, and that shit sucks. Oh, Houston Altimeter 2994. That's historic. That's historical weather. So what the fuck is...
American 2082, Houston approach speed 210 knots.
210 on the speed, American 2082. There we go again. We're like 40 miles out.
American 2082, descend and maintain 4,000, turn left, heading 140 vectors for the ILS runway 8 right approach.
Oof.
Descend and maintain 4,000, left heading 140 for vectors for the ILS runway 8 right approach. American 2082.
Alright, 144,000. Let's take our time. I'm not super... You wanted me at 210 knots? I see no traffic on the TCAS.
Captain, cabin is ready.
Flight 10 PC 4 arrival. Alright, approach checklist. Briefing's complete. Approach stable by 1000 AGL AKM status. Is checked. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimum is radio 200. Oh, R increases my throttles.
Okay, Captain. I'll make the announcement to the passengers.
Need to delete that. Altimeter 3000 sets. We can definitely slow that descent rate down.
American 2082, proceed direct Yopo. Descend and maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 8 right approach.
Direct Yopo. Descend and maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 8 right approach. American 2082.
That's the worst Cartman ever. And I changed it to Jared. Use Jared. And this... lever asymmetrical shit is getting annoying. Alright, guess we're all caught up. A company message, Atsu. JJ, are you flying Phoenix? And if you are, what's your call sign? Have you gotten anyone else, or have you or anyone else gotten the sound configuration setting in the EFB to work? I think mine is. The only thing I've added was say intentions to VHF2. Well, we can test it though. I'm gonna turn VHF2 down. We'll see if we still hear say intentions, but it is a standalone client, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did. This glide path seems like it just doesn't want to move. There it goes. Nothing, a little recycling of the direct can't fix. Oh, it's common now. Oh, I didn't know it was common now. Thank you. I've always wondered what the key was. Been too lazy to go look. Mine says 3000. So maybe say intentions is just lost in the sauce. AA 1635 and yes. Ah, you're right. You're right. Sounds good, man. I am going to be turning this airplane around and heading back to Dallas if you want to fly with, but I'm sure you want to go to bed. What time is it? Damn, it's time 2. Nice. I discovered it by accident. I'm still going to try it just for shits and giggles. AL, I say 1635. Alright, here it comes, if it comes, that's what she said. Alright, there's 4,000. He's going to leave us fucking high. Tower on 20.725. We'll see you, American 2082. Oh yeah, so it does work, because we didn't hear that transmission. Turn that back up.
American 2082.
Yep.
Warning. We're established on the ILS for runway 8 right approach.
American 2082, Houston Tower, wind 010 at 6. Runway 8 right, cleared to land, caution bird activity.
Runway 8 right, clear to land. American 2082.
Shit, now we got to capture from above. I lost your fucking mind. Alright, gear down. Spoilers. Now dirty this bird up. Thousand feet high.
Air shuttle 6365, wind 010 at 6. Runway 33 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 33 right, air shuttle 6365.
Gotta capture it by 1,000 feet to be stable. Flaps 1. Come on. Glide slope star. There we go. Hold some G's.
Houston Tower, United 2128, established on the ILS runway 08 right.
1,000, we're stable, we are fast.
28, Roger.
We should go around if this was real life. Flaps 2, exceeded 1,000 feet, correcting. Yeah. Now we're high.
Too low, terrain.
Really don't want to go around since I don't have my actual throttle levers or thrust levers.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
Go around.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
Odds rate. You're
Too
up.
low, gear. Too low, terrain.
Houston Tower, American 2082, going around runway 08 right. Flaps 1. Heading.
American 2082, landing clearance canceled. Execute missed approach procedure. Contact departure on 119.7.
Landing clearance canceled. Executing missed approach. Contact departure on 119.7. American 2082. Departure, American 2082. Morning. Climbing past 1,000.
Nav.
2082, departure. Good morning, Houston, altimeter 29.907.
After takeoff. Gear up, flaps up, APU's off.
American 2082, departure. Turn right, heading 255 vectors for the ILS runway 8 right approach.
Right heading 255. Vectors for the ILS runway 8 right approach. American 2082.
I don't know why it's not changing that fucking voice. Alright, we're okay on the gas,
American 2082,
5.6.
contact Houston approach on 132.25.
Houston approach, United 741, 5000.
Switching to Houston approach on 132.25. American 2082.
Alright, JJ, sounds good, dude. RCA Strig. Do you use auto FPS in 2024? For me, it doesn't run as smooth as 2020. I do not. That is one thing I have not used yet.
American 2082 morning. Climbing through 3500.
They're vectoring me everywhere.
American 2082, Houston approach.
Yeah, maybe,
Houston altimeter 29.907.
Maybe say intentions is a little bit better than, what do they say? 2997. 2997 American 2082. Maybe they're a little bit better on say intentions for vectoring than beyond ATC. FO, what's up, man? Go around. That's right. Forgot to bring my camera back up here. We had a little hitch in our giddy up at the beginning of the stream. My throttle levers, or thrust levers rather, are not being recognized by the PC. So I'm having to use my spoiler lever as an axis for my thrust. It's a pretty decent little vector. Alright, perf. Yeah, that was all ATC's fault. Started me.
Air Shuttle 6024 at 1000.
Kept me at 4,000. Needed to be at 3,000,
Radar contact.
and it left me high.
Air Shuttle 6024, contact Houston Center on 132.65.
Over to Houston Center on 132.65. Air Shuttle 6024.
United 2319, proceed direct, say no. Cleared for the RNAV Y runway 09er approach. Descend and maintain altitude 3000 until established.
Down to 3000, cleared for the RNAV. Y runway 09er approach, United 2319.
Alright.
Turn right heading 275.
Turning right heading 275, American 2082.
United 2491, contact Houston Tower on 120.725. Switching to Houston Tower on 120.725, GS United 2491.
Departure, Southwest 1164, 2000 for 4000.
For radar contact, climb and maintain 12.
Had me at 4,000 when I should have been at 2,500. Yeah, you must just gotta like kind of do what you want to do, and not, you know, play the realism game.
78, radar contact.
Otherwise, you're just gonna get hosed every time. Like they got me at like published miss.
1164, contact Houston.
It's 4,000. I'm at 4,000,
4,025.
and it's gonna leave me high again.
32.25, Southwest 1164.
So I'll make sure to descend before I start that turn.
Southwest 1164, 1000.
Southwest 1164, radar contact. United 543, contact Houston Tower on 120.725.
Over to Houston Tower on 120.725, United 543.
American 2082, turn right heading 295.
Right turn 295, American 22. I forgot I got a co-pilot on. Approach American 2082, request descent to 3,000.
American 2082, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend, maintain 3,000, American 2082.
American 2082, 5 miles from ELPO. Turn right heading 015 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 8 right approach.
Descend and maintain 3000, American 2082.
United 740, direct heel tow. Cleared for the ILS runway 08 right approach. Descend and maintain altitude 3000 until established.
Alt star nav.
5 miles from ELPO, right heading 015 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 8 right approach. American 2082.
Fuck, that's fucking annoying, man.
3000 cleared for the ILS runway 08 right approach, United 740.
United 740, contact Houston Tower on 120.725.
Switching to Houston Tower on 120.725.
Probably
United
got a
740.
fucking TA, if not an RA.
American 2082, contact Houston Tower on 120.725.
Houston Tower on 120.725, American 2082.
There's traffic, same altitude. There he is. He's right there.
Houston Tower, American 2082, morning.
Class of Star, Loke Star.
ILS approach for runway 8 right.
Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2.
2082, Houston Tower, roger.
Nine miles.
American 2082,
Last slope, Loke.
Houston Tower, wind 020 at 4, runway 8 right, cleared to land.
Runway 8 right, clear to land. American 2082.
Fuck, dude. Forgot
Tower,
my
United
fucking
280,
lights.
established on the RNAV Yankee runway 08 right.
It's gonna be a terrible score on our first flight.
United 1962 holding short runway 33 right, ready for departure.
United 1962, wind 030 at 6, runway 33 right, cleared for takeoff.
33 right, cleared for takeoff, United 1962.
United 759, contact departure.
United 1977 holding short runway 8 right, ready for departure.
United 1977 wind 030
Running checklist, cabin
at
crews
6,
advised,
runway
auto
8 right,
thrust,
cleared for
speed,
takeoff.
auto brakes, low, equipment landing all green.
Cleared for takeoff, United 1977.
Delta 1583, contact departure.
Switching to departure, Delta 1583.
Damn, I could have left that speed up for a couple more miles. Houston Tower, American 2082. How close is the traffic behind us?
American 2082, traffic behind you is United 678, a Boeing 737, 7 miles away at your 6 o'clock altitude, 3,000 feet.
7 miles. Bullshit, it's a different guy. That bucketer's doing some work. Yeah, so this is going to be probably a pretty bad score. I'm curious to see how it's going to handle the go-around. For a while, a pilot's life would not recognize the go-around. Anytime you went around, it was just like, oh, you oversped, and pitched too much, and blah, blah, blah. So we'll see how it handles that. My lights were not on until like 2 minutes ago. So let's see if it docks us for that as well. Aiming for the numbers.
Minimum.
United 678, wind 020 at 4, runway 08 left, cleared to land.
50.
08 left, cleared to land, United 678.
20. Retard. 5.
American 2082, welcome to Houston. Contact ground on 121.7.
Switching to ground on 121.7. American 2082.
God damn it, Cammy. Kick in it.
Houston ground, American 2082 morning. We're clear of runway 8 right and ready to taxi to the gate.
American 2082, Houston ground, taxi to A27B via November Kilo, November Bravo, November Romeo, Whiskey Bravo, Romeo Charlie. Good day.
Nope, not doing any of that.
Taxi to A27B via November Kilo, November Bravo, November Romeo, Whiskey Bravo, Romeo Charlie, American 2082.
It's like bring your fucking kid to work day.
United 1619 will give way to the company ahead. Giving way to the company 73 United 1619er.
Alright, clear on the left. Clear on the right. Hell's going on over here? What the hell's that guy taking off of? Alpha 12. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay seated. We are holding short of the gate, just waiting on ramp crew to park us, and we'll be in just momentarily. Alright, yellow pumps on, and we'll kill number 2. Tell me to stop all the way back here. I was saying test. Not reverse. Alright, brick set. Shut down. Actually, kill that first. 1.
Foxtrot Juliet, Foxtrot Hotel, November Papa, cross runway 8 right, then November Bravo, United 678.
What a ratchet way to fly the airplane. Alright, well guys, we finally made it to Houston after a little go around. Let's see, just flew a hold to get down and slower. Got a taxi all the way to Alpha 3. Hey, you're not far from me. Had me land 27. Oh yeah, that was a hike. Negative 177 feet per minute, 0.2 or 98. Geez, not bad. I think I'm at a heliport. There we go, review flights. And mine was negative 158 and 1.0 Gs.
WestJet 1577 ready for push and start.
WestJet 1577 pushback approved.
Alright,
Pushback
so
approved. WestJet 1577.
a pilot's life automatically will submit the pirate for you. which is kind of nice. Sometimes we may not want that, but it already filed that flight for us. Now it's already ready to start the second flight. So nothing to do there. Fly the line. We need to tell it,
November 1, United 2319er.
hang on, did it not track us? Scheduled arrival and, oh, it says parked. I don't think it even tracked us. It didn't. Blocks off 11:48, but no takeoff. Well, that fucking blows. So I'm gonna have to fly this shit again. Maybe that's fine because we fucked up a lot, but I'm gonna have to fly this flight tomorrow before streaming. That way y'all aren't having to watch the same fucking flight again. And then we'll pick up from here. That's fucking frustrating. So, reason why that happened, I know why it happened. I stopped FSUI PC earlier to see if I could get it to recognize my throttle quadrant. And when I did that, it killed the connection and it stopped tracking. A pilot's life will automatically reconnect, but I guess this does not. That sucks. Let's see. And it looks like Virtual American tracked me. I'm not gonna file this though, because that was such a shit flight. Well, that fucking sucks. Cancel flight, yes. So now I gotta fly it again tomorrow before we stream. Shut up, stupid lady. Alright, so one other thing I do want to look at. Let's start a new profile. Before we do that, let's go. We need some jet bridges made with collision detection, so that like you can walk up the jetways and shit. Problem with that is though, if they touch the airplane and somebody has their collision turned on, it'll probably read like that you hit something. So maybe that's part of why they don't do that. Anyways, so Shaq was asking me about this earlier. He was asking, is there like a multiplayer side of this where like you can kind of start your own airline or fly with friends kind of thing. And I knew that there was like where you could create your own airline. So let's say Runway Airways. You can make your base whatever you want. Okay, Jackson Hole. And we won't select this since we don't want Wrong way, dumbass. See if we got any funny pictures.
United 1248, taxi to parking via Foxtrot Juliet, Foxtrot Hotel, November Papa, cross runway 8 right, then November Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot, Romeo Bravo, Delta.
Foxtrot Juliet, Foxtrot Hotel, November Papa, cross runway 8 right, then November Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot, Romeo Bravo, Delta, United 1248.
Probably not. This is called EFB2.
Ground United 280, taxi to the gate. United 280, taxi to parking via November Papa, November Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot, Romeo Bravo, Foxtrot. November Papa, November Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot, Romeo Bravo, Foxtrot, United 280.
There we go. Alright, so I got my own airline. Started in December. Hour and a half. Let's go free mode. And turnaround time. Let's do 25 minutes.
319, give way to the company ahead.
50.
Give way to the company 73 Max, United 2319er.
Damn, that's a bunch of shit. So I think you can just create your own airline, but you cannot, like, nobody else can fly your airline with you. Your schedule's ready, 54 possibles. Jesus. Well then, Wings of Wealth.
Ground Air Shuttle 6352,
Whatever.
taxi to the gate.
Skip
Air
that.
Shuttle 6352, taxi to parking via Sierra Kilo, Sierra Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot, November Bravo, Whiskey Papa, Whiskey Quebec.
First flight,
Runway 15
Jackson
right,
Hole to
then
St.
Charlie.
George. Interesting.
Sierra
Alright,
Kilo,
so we
Sierra
got,
Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot, November Bravo, Whiskey Papa, Whiskey
fuck up. We got all the skill points in the world. We got all the holiday. Man, we don't even have to work. Bank balance of $2 million. Bro. Let's go to my assets. Let's buy a bed. Hell yeah. Side table. cupboards. Dresser. Bro, we're basically a Delta 7, like a Delta wide-body captain. Small dressing table, sure. Sim pit, here we go. Just buy it all. We're living the life. Got a sofa in the PC room? What you talking about? I don't know anybody's playing that Sith though. Gym? Nobody cares about that. Bathroom? So this is basically like what you want to get to in career mode. And so if what you're seeing is not very cool, you don't really care for it, then this probably isn't the program for you. Because I think in a pilot's life, the ultimate for you is flying with who you want to fly for. Getting the airplane licenses that you want so you can fly the planes that you want, which really, in a pilot's life, you can fly any airplane you want. It can't tell what airplane you're actually flying. It just will provide the schedule based off of the licenses that you have. I mean, why can't I buy that? Ah, you gotta work it up. Can't just save for the car you want. You gotta work it up. That's some bullshit. Sofa. I wonder if it gives you just enough money to buy everything that you can buy. Alright, one more room. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have peaked out in life. You could like interact with shit. So let's see how much money's left. Damn, we still got $1.7 million. Let's withdraw everything. Maybe it didn't work, I don't know. Add funds. There we go. Holidays. Number of days. Okay, so then you can skip. That's cool. Yeah, so let's say we want to skip, let's skip this flight. So we only got to skip fucking Jackson Hole to St. George. These are some wonky ass numbers too. Wrong way 6886. Yeah. So the last thing, this whole this whole Wings of Wealth. It's like airplanes you fly for charity. You need to set up an aircraft before you can fly for Wings of Wealth. Head over to the aircraft manager configurator. Alright, let's set up like a private jet. Do like the Cessna 750 9. Alright, that's added. Wings of Wealth. Updated. Alright, cool. So back. Building routes for Tier 1, searching for airports. Oh, I don't want Tier 1, bitch. Yeah, let's go to Tier 3. KUXIU, Hierarchy Scenery has modeled it. Modeled what? Oh, that's right. So remember, V1 was, he was doing that, wasn't he? The collision detectable jetway and shit. There we go, there we go. There we go. What's this? I want to see whatever that is. Won't let me. Idaho Falls, Yellowstone. I want to depart from Yellowstone. Yeah, that's long as fuck. Cool. So we could, for Wings of Wealth, whatever that's supposed to be, take a photographer to KDAG to deliver passengers. Ensure within 1 nautical mile radius. Okay. So it's kind of cool, right? Like, when you get to this point where you can, I guess, fly private jet, you can fly like the Cessna Citation X for this Wings of Wealth shit. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Gives you a little extra something to do and to work towards. Not doing that right now, though. Huh. Okay. So there's like our free mode shit. You can hear the ambient sounds from inside the terminal. It'd be nice if we could get our dude up in there. You gonna fly a different route? If so, I'll wait to load up once you choose airports. No, man. Now that, like, as fucked up as everything is, like I'd have to refly. I've got to refly what we just flew because it didn't track it. That's why I said I have to do that tomorrow before we stream. Because I'm sure y'all don't want to sit here and watch me fly the same shit that I just flew. And I don't feel like flying it either. We're about to fly a BizJet flight or the Phoenix. I am down for either at the moment. Yeah, and I mean, I want to fly. I would love to fly a Cessna Citation X, but I have to swap out everything for that. We're configured for the bus, even though it's not detecting all of it. So, anyways, guys, that's probably going to be it for the stream. I might have to restart my PC and fix my flight controls for tomorrow. What time I'm streaming? Not sure. Just whatever time I wake up and jump on the PC. I'll probably use the same thumbnail for tomorrow, so that saves quite a bit of time. So I can just kind of, in fact, I'll probably just reuse the settings from this stream, so I can just roll right into it and be able to start quicker. So I would say estimated 1 p.m. Eastern time. But JJ, if you subscribe to Say Intentions, then we can definitely fly together tomorrow on Say Intentions. That'll be dope. That'll make it a lot more fun. I guess while we're here, let's do something real quick. In case I run into this issue, I had to learn some things to work my way out of it. So, if you ever are just dicking around and you kind of run into, where's this panel at? Why can't I crouch? I don't know why he ain't crouching. So if you ever open these panels, you can do a manual gear door extension. You can do the same thing on this side. So try not to crush myself. But then the issue you run into is getting these back up. Is it Andre? Or I'm guessing it's Andre. But nonetheless, thank you so much for the subscription, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the content, even though tonight's stream has been a little wonky to say the least, but fun. But appreciate the support, my friend. Okay, so if y'all ever accidentally drop these, you need to figure out how to bring them back up. I'm gonna show you. So go to the cockpit, and we're gonna need to pressurize the green and the yellow system. To do that, we're gonna turn on the yellow electric pump, and we can check that they are indeed pressurizing. So the green is pressurizing, and so is the yellow. Alright, so now let's go back out to walk around mode. And now that it's pressurized, where you at? Oh, I'm in the fucking gear wheel. There you go. If it's not pressurized, then it won't let you click that lever. The biggest trick is closing these fucking doors. They have like the smallest click spots. I think this is the hardest one. I just gotta get close to it. Click at the hinge. There you go. That's how you do that. Wish we could like grab this and attach it to the airplane. One thing I don't understand is why Phoenix, they have this whole preconditioned air, but there's nothing modeled for it, like a PCA cart at least. You know, they have the GPU, but they could also do like a PCA cart, I would think. By the way, if y'all don't know this, to close the door, you gotta press this little unlock button first, and then pull it in. Because in the real airplane, you actually have to push and hold it down. But yeah, there should be like a little PCA cart, something running some air to the little inlets. That's always kind of annoyed me. Let's see, so let's go. Let's completely shut down everything. Nice. Love that. Alright, can we plug it back in? That's the other question. I would imagine. But I haven't tried. Ay, hell yeah. Now I just need to be able to like open up the fairing. I think I have to get like way under to unlatch that. Well, anyways. Rough Night normally I have my FO, but he called in sick tonight. There you go. That's right. Called in fatigued. It's funny how the airplane does that. And it bounces back to the ground. Anyways, yeah, I always wonder why they didn't model the piece. Yeah, me too. Unless they just like go with this assumption that the air hose is going to be on the jetway, maybe, but I don't know. It's weird to me. Just give us a little PCA cart and be done with it. I thought it was me in reference to the PCA cart not being modeled. No? What, why would that be? I use something called Flight Sim First Officer, and it. Oh, okay. Which is usually interesting. Flight Sim First Officer. I haven't seen this before. How have I not seen this? So is this kind of like a FS to crew kind of thing? Or it just like runs checklists for you and runs items? The dev's voice is actually one of the... Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into this thing. My only issue with stuff like this, and it's like why I quit using FS to crew, at least with Airbus, is because actually Airbus and the 7.3, because I've got specific company flows and SOPs and stuff that I run, and obviously theirs is going to be like the manufacturer's recommended SOPs and flows and shit. Plane nuts, what's up, dude? We're just actually getting ready to shut this thing down. It's been a slightly rough stream. We've had some hardware issues, as always, as you may be aware of since you've been lurking. But glad you stopped in and said hello before we close this thing out. I think the hotel that American puts the pilots in must be shit. That's why we're just walking around aimlessly around our airplane, because we don't want to go to the shitty hotel. This has some crazy ambient sounds though. But anyways, you can have multiple profiles on each airframe that you own. Really? Really? You can make your own flows and checklists. Well, damn. Then what am I gonna have to do if I don't have my own? Like if I'm not doing it myself. I'm gonna look into that though. That sounds fucking intriguing. But especially me as doing the first officer stuff, like sitting on the right seat. Like it would be unrealistic to be taxiing from the right seat and then like captain technically doing all the flows and shit. But that's still very, very, very intriguing that you can make your own. Yeah, it sounds like FS. Yeah, it's more so. I think it's more a PC thing for me. So when I unplug all my Airbus shit, and then I go fly something else, and then I plug in all the Airbus shit back in, it won't recognize one or both of my throttle quadrants. Then I have to restart the PC and shit. So that was the issue. We pushed out. We're ready to taxi and like got nothing from the throttle quadrant. So I went and set the thrust levers to my spoiler lever so we could at least finish the stream. I skipped the hotel and crashed on Blue's couch. There you go. I don't know the amount of detail Phoenix has. That should be an easy task for them. Right, I agree. Same for the Air Start cart. First world problems. Yeah, 100%. But they did say like way back in the day that they were going to be making those. Andre, I just realized your setup. By crikey, that's a lot of hardware. Yeah, man. Got oh shit. Did my camera die? No? What happened? Hell, let me just kill the app. And then restart it. There we go. So yeah, we got quite a bit of hardware here. Got the Cat 3 design tiller, FS Project side stick on the HOTAS base. We got an iPad Pro 12.9 on a pretty wicked ass mount. I can just pop it off and pop it back on. Got the TPR rotor pedals, Nextlevel racing chair I won a couple years ago, FS Expo in a landing challenge. We got the PU Air Korea, or PU Korea, whatever it's called. Little mini light panel. Let's see. We got the EFIS and the FCU by WinWing. We got two FCU or McDo panels from WinWing. Got a radio panel down here. It's a little 737 panel got off of Etsy until WinWing gets their shit out. Then we got a Flight Sim PM throttle quadrant with a Flight Sim PM add-on, which is pretty much 1-to-1 scale. It's got the lift gates, all that good stuff. Got some pretty hefty detents. But I think that's about it on the hardware side. Over behind me, we've got two WinWing FMSs for the 7.3, and then the MCP for the 7.3, Honeycomb Bravo, 737 Flight Sim PM throttle quadrant, Boeing TCA yoke. Over on that shelf over there, we've got the 777 FMSs from WinWing, and I think that's about it for the hardware. We got a Logitech radio panel back there that I use for transponder and stuff on the 7.3. And then a hell of a bunch of airplane models. Little look at the old sim room. And LSU is my favorite football team or university. So there you go. Little sneaky peeky at the sim room. But anyways, well guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this little rough edition. It's not the best side-by-side comparison to a pilot's life, but we're going to pick up where we left off tomorrow. I'm going to kind of fix these little flight control issues, and we'll be rocking and rolling, going toga on all of our next takeoffs. Let's see, yes sir, just use it when I am busy or something. You can have it set to manual so you can click, or smart flows will go based on parameters. Ah, that's interesting, man. How have I never heard of that? That's crazy. I'm torn. Do I want the flight sim PM or throttle tech for my own? Honestly, I think you probably want throttle tech because it's going to be easier to build around that. Because, like, let's see. Damn stand is being a bitch. Alright, so I might just pull this camera out. This ain't working. Okay, so you can kind of see the shape, how it comes down, and you got that little like kind of cutout kind of thing. So that's going to be, I think that would be kind of tough to build around. Although, do you really need to build around it? Like, the McDo goes a lot further up than where I have it. So then your radio panels would come down the side and maybe kind of fit in to there where it's supposed to go. Hard to say. But without having measurements and knowing for sure, throttle tech is probably going to be maybe your better bet, as far as just for future-proofing your build for like measurements and stuff. Thinking about getting the one with the FS Project stick with the hat switch for the A320 comes out. Does the 220 have does it have a hat switch? Especially if they drop the ACJ variant. Hey, remember the SciTech? Yeah, those old shitty things. Leaning towards Flight Sim PM looks really good. It does look good. I just don't know how well. Like when I look at like what's her name's? Scalarchy. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I think it'll make the throttle tech make more sense. So they have a top-down view. Well, shit. I don't know, man. Maybe Flight Sim PM. Just like kind of looking at how these panels are shaped. You basically, like with the Flight Sim PM, it's going to stop just a little bit past, like basically at that nut right there, going all the way across to that nut. So you won't have whatever this bullshit is. Because like I said, that the McDo is going to sit way further up. Like the top of my McDo parallels the top of the throttle quadrant. But as you can see here, it's more than like 3/4 of the way up. So then you have room to put the rest of your radio, audio, integral lights, if you can make them, and then weather radar on that side. This also gives you like a kind of a good look at like how your panels would work out. I don't know, man. Maybe Flight Sim PM. That might actually kind of give you that little 1-for-1 a little bit better. But see, like even there, well, this is the desktop line, so of course it's not gonna. Yeah. Just trying to look for like measurement type stuff. I want this, but it's too fucking expensive for what it is. There's another place that makes the same thing for like $500. Not seen any of the Wind Wing, so this stuff is kind of new to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, Wind Wing's got all sorts of good stuff for very affordable. Does this show my cockpit? Huh. Anyways. Store. Airline panel. Yeah, so here's all the Wind Wing stuff for the airliners. I did get my magnetic switch in. I've got that in the MCP, but I have not flown with it yet. But yeah, you've got 747, 777, 73, and Airbus FMSs or CDU/McDo. Got your EFIS panels for all of your display shit for the nav display and PFD. Then you got your flight control unit, autopilot panel for the Airbus, MCP multi-control panel for the 737. And they're adding more and more stuff. They'll be coming out with radio panels here sometime before too long. Really can't wait for that. And a whole bunch of other fighter stuff. My man Shadow, what's up? What did I tune into? OnlyFans? Did we finally go this route? Flight Simmer flies. Hey, dude, I'm flying barefoot any chance I get. I'm way more in tune with the brakes barefooted. Wrong and wrong. Always a pleasure to see you stream, broski. Hey, man. Always a pleasure to see you in the chat. And we'll have to talk soon. Maybe catch us a flight before too long. Yeah, I may go with Throttle Tech. I would love. Yeah, Skark is just too fucking expensive. After seeing yours and the build, you know, whenever I showed mine to V1, he was like, I kind of wish I had that one. But now, over pictures, like, he hasn't seen it in person, right? So you can't tell the build quality and all that stuff. I think he liked how it kind of had that shape to it. And it was, like, size-wise, a little bit more 1-for-1. And I noticed, too, on his trim, his, like, doesn't rotate. His, like, he holds it down or holds it up, whereas mine, like, it actually rotates. And so with every rotation, or like quarter of a rotation, it clicks a trim up 0.1. Okay, I'll check it. But alright, guys. I am going to take off. No pun intended. And go hit the bed so that we can get this stream back going tomorrow. Pick up where we left off. And finally give you like an actual assessment of what fly the line does once you complete a flight. So apologies for shit not working. Happens from time to time, as we all know in a flight sim. As soon as we finish here, I'm gonna go fix my flight controls, because I will forget tomorrow. I'll push back and realize I never fixed it, and I'll be pissed. But anyways, now your engine switches are they lift. Just about everything has the correct movement except for the brake lever, or whatever you want to call that. You do not lift and rotate, you just rotate. So that's one thing that's not super accurate. And then on the spoiler lever, to extend the spoilers, you do have to push down and extend, which is correct, but you cannot lift it to arm. Caveat to that is, though, the good caveat, they've made functionality where you can just push the lever down and there's like a push button function. So like for me, I bind the spoiler toggle to that. So like if I want to disarm my spoilers, I just boop, kind of like you would in real life. So you can still get to mimic the gesture of at least like pow, like gear up, disarm spoilers. So it's not terrible. Other than that, that's the only two things that don't function correctly. You got heavy detents on the thrust levers. The trim wheel spins all the way around. Master switches have their lift gates. You gotta pull the thing up to go into your flat detents. And then it has more stuff on it too. It's got rotor trim reset. It's got the video button, which I make that my push to talk with the flight attendant, as well as when the flight attendant calls up, I'll push this test button on my radio panel, which will switch to the cabin so that I can talk to the flight attendant. And then whenever I'm done with that, I hit the little video button on the add-on panel, and that switches it back to VHF 1. Now I set that up in MobiFlight, but that's how I have it set. And then on the Flight Sim PM add-on, it also has the door lock and unlock switch. So I've made mine to where when I flip it up, it'll toggle, I think up toggles weather radar and predictive wind shear. So one switch up will put it to system 1 and auto, and then when I hit it again, puts it to off and off. And then down will cycle through the transponder or the TCAS modes, right? So one flip down puts it in TA. One more flip down puts it into TA-RA. One more flip down cycles it back to standby. So it makes cleaning up the aircraft, or like, you know, setting up the airplane for taxi out and stuff while you're on the roll. I can do it without having to change my view. I can do it without looking. It just makes everything a lot more fluid. So until you actually have all this stuff, it's kind of the best workaround that I've found. And there goes the AC. So let's see if the airplanes start rolling backwards or anything. And by the way, I ordered this tiller console from a company called Universal Flight Kit, and they have gone quiet. They were sending out some update emails from time to time every couple months, but back in June, I think it was. Let's see. In case any of y'all got this thing. Let's see. UFK. Alright, so I ordered this thing back in March. I was at a restaurant, Cajun restaurant. I was drinking a little bit, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. Universal flight kits. So this is products. So this is it, right? It was $100 off, like kind of starting price thing. So it comes with a tiller that's backlit. It's got a little floodlight on it, and then it has the cutout for you to put your stick in. That's what she said. And you can put in a bunch of different sticks, different bases, all this stuff, right? It's got a little spot for boom mic. It would be dope as fuck if it came with a boom mic, and you could like use it to transmit on, say, intentions and stuff. Okay, at least at my carrier, above 18,000 feet, headsets come off. They say take tops off. Let's take our tops off, and they just go to the boom mic. But yeah, so that's it, right? $300. Now it's $400 because it's after their little promo time. Thing looks dope as fuck. So it kind of gives you an idea here, right? Like you can put your TCA stick, you can put, you know, whatever, your little custom stick, whatever. Cool. Well, so I placed my order. Came out to be $350. And that was when? Fuck was this shit? Where's the date? Yeah, March 26th. So then they sent an email saying approaching final phase. This was April 30th. Approaching final phase of project. Despite initial delay due to unforeseen challenges, we've successfully navigated through all stages. Shipping is just days away. While we wrap up last parts awaiting arrival from our vendors. Blah, 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 blah. Here's like all the sticks that it's compatible with, including the Moza AB9, which really has my attention. All consoles will be consolidated and will be shipped together to our warehouse facilities via shipping partner. Please note the initial transit to our warehouse is estimated to take approximately 10 to 12 days. Once consolidated shipments clear customs and is processed in our inbound, individual shipping notifications will be sent to each customer. This email will contain your specific tracking number, allowing you to monitor your order's journey. For customers located in the UK, your orders will be shipped domestically, blah, blah. And so then everything was going to go to the UAE and then ship from the UAE, which is kind of fucking weird to me. Please understand that our final shipping location may be subject to adjustments based on shipping partners, distribution network for optimal delivery efficiency, da-da-da. Cool. So then, because things weren't really shipping when they said they were going to, they put this out. Scam rumors. I know the waiting period can be frustrating, especially with missed initial timelines, blah, blah, blah. Delays we've experienced primarily due to the fact this is our first product and have encountered unforeseen roadblocks and miscalculations throughout the entire development process. Made the decision to go to the drawing board multiple times to refine the design, manufacturing processes. While this has taken longer than initially anticipated, much of the iterative work has significantly improved the overall finish and aesthetics of the console even before shipping. Our aim has been to ensure products exceptionally well-rounded, da-da-da-da-da. Right, and so then they show pictures, like parts of the consoles, there's tillers, like all this stuff, right, to kind of prove. So I hope this gives you insight to the work and efforts being made, da-da-da, to kind of prove that it's not a scam, right, which I appreciate that. Then they send this, June 10th, okay, so we're like, what, just about 2 months, okay, from this part. My apology. I'd like to start by saying I'm sorry for the lack of updates. My mind hasn't been in the right place due to all the stress of delivering the product and dealing with the scam, fraud, and legal threats. I've been quiet as though it's pointless at this point, since anything I say will be twisted into another scam alert, and wanted to wait until deliveries took place. But some of you, kind-hearted customers, encouraged to write this update. Thank you for your trust and support. Here we go. Shipping batch, or shipping update. First batch of orders is well underway to Europe. Those customers have received tracking numbers. As the tracking numbers become active and customers start receiving the product, it will hopefully clear UFK name from the scam alert. Second batch of orders is scheduled to be dispatched today, which is, again, June 10th. They will now ship on Thursday. These customers will be receiving email updates once the orders have shipped, and another automated email once tracking details are updated. Third batch is in the paint shop, and it's scheduled to be shipped out next Wednesday. So like the following week. I didn't do tiller only, so who cares? So then it shows some more pictures. Cool. And that's it. I sent an email to that dude. I think I asked about lead times. Now this is old. This was back in April. He said, "Hello, Blake. Thank you for your email. All orders are currently in production, and shipments are scheduled to begin after April 15th. Awesome. Thank you. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you for your patience. Website hasn't been updated yet. Blah, 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 blah." Quotes, tariffs and shit. Yeah. But since June 10th, I haven't heard a fucking thing. So, like, I'm trying to be patient and give the benefit of the doubt, but it's starting to get that's not it. Anyways, it's starting to get a little sus. 'Cause you know how this stuff is, right? Like, in the flight sim world, when new products like this hit, people are streaming them. And I have not heard or seen anything. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist, though. Universal flight kits. And as you can see, it doesn't look like anybody has gotten one. I know for sure if people were receiving their consoles, they would be streaming it and showing it off and reviewing it and talking about it. But nothing. Universal flight kit, tiller console. So there's the video we just watched on our website. And that's it. So, a little sus. A little sus. And it's bullshit because I'm ready to get that fucking thing. I want this. It's sexy. Yeah. So once I bought that, I started trying to find one of these. So if anybody knows how to make microphones, you could probably make some dough. Making a boom mic like this. If anything, probably just take a microphone out of a headset like this and stick it into a 3D printed boom mic. Would be dope. Would be dope. HHA, I'm talking to you, man. Make that shit. Make that shit. Anyways. It takes so long to get new stuff from Phoenix, but it's fucking dope when it shows up. Everyone in the group, I am bought, said they emails saying it's on the way 2 to 3 weeks ago and still haven't received. A lot of got refunds before the last date you could get a refund. Almost ordered it, but was nervous as fuck. And he has a tester who posts saying be patient and shit, but I think it's the guy running the scam. I will try to find the posts. No one in the A320 cockpit builder groups who bought a lot of them have not received them. So you can get a refund. Seriously, build your own when the runway tiller comes out. Someone made a dummy 3D printed one. I thought about taking a clip on a mic and throwing it inside of it. Yeah, it could be that simple. Yeah, the good old Bob Barker mic. That's right. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a Bob Barker microphone. That'd be fucking hilarious. His shadow says, "Start sharpening the pitchforks." Yeah, man. It's not surprising to me that nobody else has gotten them. But if it's a scam, it sucks. Now, I'm pretty sure I put it on a credit card, so it won't be that big of a deal. I can just go cancel it. But, and I kind of figured too, like when this guy was like, "Oh, fucking scam alerts, my mental health." I was like, that's like, that kind of started. And I even told him too, I was like, hey, like I've got a YouTube channel. I'm gonna be going to Flight Sim Expo. I know a lot of these big time streamers and stuff. I can't remember what I said. But like I was trying to be sneaky and be like, hey, like, you know, I can get the word out, people to back the fuck off and chill. But you know, like, we need to see like, you know, a few units being received, and so like we know this shit's real. If we don't have that, then nobody's gonna believe it. But I can try to help. No response. But I was asking about timelines. When is the shit shipping and stuff? They responded to that. But if you end up getting it, I am ordering it that day. I've kind of just figured, like, you know what, fuck it, like, just leave it be. Leave that order out. See if it ever happens. Alright, anyways, for the millionth time. I'm going to run and fix this shit, and then we will pick up where we left off tomorrow from here at Alpha 12. Until then, guys, as always, be good or be good at it. Keep it on the wrong side. Thanks for hanging out with me on this very late red eye stream. And can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. And put this motherfucker in toga. And head back to Dallas. And then whatever's after that. I can't remember. Where do we go after Houston? I don't know. Plan on building one. I can send you all kinds of files. Hey, I mean, you can send files. I just don't have stuff to like build anything unless I'm building it out of wood. I did get measurements of the ones in our flight attendant fuselage trainer. Okay, I won't argue that, man. Sounds good. Alright, guys, well, y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.